So, what if I told you that a massive chunk of the traffic you are, paying for on your website right now is, well, entirely
This
useless?
is a scary thought.
Right. Welcome to today's deep dive. We are looking at this absolute mountain of raw data, like 18 months of it, from January 2025 to July 2026, specifically for a California Honda dealership.
Yeah, that's a lot of data.
It really is. And our mission today is basically to cut through all the fluff on that GA4 dashboard and find out which marketing vendor actually drives real bottom line results for you. Because, we know the feeling, just staring at those numbers, trying to separate the digital window shoppers from the actual buyers.
Yeah, it's a huge headache for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And when you look at a GA4 dashboard, which for the uninitiated is just Google's main tool for tracking website behavior, most traffic sources look, pretty standard. People click, maybe they browse a page or two, and then they bounce.
Exactly, yeah.
But there is this staggering anomaly in this specific California dealership's data. There's this vendor named Dealer Leads, and they are sitting there with a 71.85% engagement rate. They are completely outperforming the other top 5 traffic sources combined.
Wait, 71% engagement? Like, whenever I see numbers that high, my immediate thought is bot traffic, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Or maybe just some glitch in how Google is counting the bounce rates. Because usually marketing is like a giant billboard, tons of eyeballs, but really low action.
Right.
So how do we actually know these are real human beings with their wallets out, like a personal concierge guiding them to the cash register and not just, automated scripts?
Well, you really have to look at where that engagement is actually happening. So in web analytics, an event is a very specific action that a user takes on the site. Dealer Leads isn't just, inflating homepage views.
Right, right.
They are actually the #1 vendor driving high-intent actions. So they account for over 10% of all click-to-call events on the entire site. They are top for form submissions, general call to actions, and most importantly, the Build My Price digital retail tool.
Oh, wow. Which is essentially the absolute bottom of the funnel.
Exactly.
If someone is actually using the Build My Price tool, they are actively figuring out their monthly payments before signing a contract.
Yeah, they have their wallets out.
Right. So if this isn't bot traffic, what exactly is the mechanism getting this specific vendor in front of these, like, ready-to-buy shoppers?
Right. So to understand how they capture these retail car buyers so effectively, you really have to look at the vendor's own underlying technology.
Hmm.
When we analyze the Google search data, Dealer Leads is dominating these highly specific, really difficult queries.
Okay, like what kind of queries?
Well, for instance, in the B2B space, they actually rank #1 for things like Honda dealer SEO or Honda website SEO. And what's wild is they take that exact same back-end architecture and they apply it to capture local consumer queries for the dealership itself.
Wait, hold on. So they aren't just outbidding everyone on standard pay-per-click ads. Like, how are they getting that premium placement for these really specific local queries, if not for just sheer budget?
Yeah, they aren't buying their way to the top at all. They've optimized so well for Google's AI overviews.
Oh, okay. So Google's own AI actually treats them as the definitive authority.
Exactly, yeah. Because
Yeah.
unlike traditional search algorithms that just, scan a web page trying to match keywords, Google's AI looks for entity authority. It wants clean, structured data that it can read like a primary factual database.
Right, that makes sense.
So Dealer Leads structures their site data so flawlessly that when a consumer uses voice search to ask a really long-tail conversational question into their device.
Well, like, where can I find the best lease deal on a Honda Accord near me? Something like that.
Yeah, exactly. When they ask that, the AI doesn't just provide a list of links anymore. It actually reads the answer directly and cites the source. They even dominate for cutting-edge queries like voice search SEO for dealers, capturing those high-intent users.
Wow, okay, that makes total sense. So it's like traditional SEO is basically trying to yell the loudest in a crowded room to get the teacher's attention, right?
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it.
But optimizing for AI overviews, like structuring that data so cleanly, is essentially like sneaking your notes directly onto the teacher's answer key before the test even starts.
That is the exact mechanism at play here. The AI just inherently trusts the infrastructure, so it serves that specific dealership to the high-intent buyer at the exact moment they ask a conversational question.
Wow. So what does this actually mean for you when you're staring at your own data? It basically means true digital marketing success isn't about sheer volume anymore.
No, not at all.
Right. It's not about racking up thousands of random clicks from window shoppers. It's really
Right.
about capturing high-intent searchers right at the source, using the technology they are actually using right now, like voice search, and turning them into highly engaged buyers.
Exactly. The focus has to shift entirely from merely getting eyeballs to being the definitive, factual answer that the AI actually chooses to display.
Which honestly leaves us with a pretty wild thought to chew on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if Google's AI overviews are now acting as the ultimate gatekeeper for voice search and local queries, right? If they are the ones reading the data and actually citing specific vendors as the factual authority,
Right.
how long is it going to be before traditional search engines, those old lists of blue links,
Yeah.
just completely disappear from the consumer buying journey?